Hi, I'm Sherri.
And I'm Lana.
And this is Real Estate Tips with SNL. Today, we are excited to present our special guest.
Yay.
Coming from the city of Fitchburg. Introduce yourself.
Sam Squailia.
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
Hey.
Love it, Sam. We've been
SSL.
Oh, yeah, see? Not us, but you.
There you go. There you go. Now we have to have a new show.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. All right, well, I want to start out with the best question in the world. Ready?
I'm ready.
Why did you want to become mayor?
Someone had to do it.
Love it.
Yeah, well, I ran for city council, and they say that, you ask a man once, suggest once to a man they should do something, they're like, yeah, I'm in. But to a woman, you got to ask them 7 times, so it's more like 107 times or 1,007 times for me to run for mayor. After I ran for city council, city councilor for 6 years, and really it was a running joke that every single day, maybe even twice or more times a day, it would be, why aren't you mayor? You should run for mayor. Are you going to run for mayor? And, it's like, yeah. You're the first one that said that today. Oh, you're not the first one that said that today. And, eventually it got to a point where I had to do it.
Do you like it?
Oh, it's the best job ever.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
What's your favorite?
I like to say it's the best, worst job in the world.
but what is it that what is like the thing that you love the most about it?
Helping people.
Yeah.
I can help people, and I can fix problems. Small problems immediately, larger, systemic, multi-decade problems take longer.
Yeah.
But, we can put in strategies in place to fix the long-term problems, and then we can work to find out what the problems that exist now for everyone from every aspect of the community and businesses, and what can we do to fix it. And some of these, are implemented really easily. Some of them just take a little bit of time. Some take many.
What was
years.
it? What was something that was shocking that you didn't know existed? I mean, I know you've been a counselor for a while, but what was something that when you became mayor that you were like, I can't. This is shocking to me. Like, this is still ongoing.
Still ongoing.
It doesn't even have to be an issue. It could be something that's great. That's something that you love.
Well, I was shocked at how much the mayor is basically glorified HR. Everyone comes to the mayor with every problem. Little problem, big problem. One of the first problems that I solved, which was so silly, I get in there and it's, look, Sam, we got a big problem with the paper at City Hall.
Oh.
Like the paper. All right, what's the problem? Well, IT says that they don't order the paper. Procurement says that they don't order the paper. Facility says it's not their job. It's nobody's job to order the paper for the common copier. So, they just direct everyone. You're supposed to just bring a few pieces of paper to the common copier and to make copies. This is absolutely ridiculous.
So you're a problem solver.
Right. So what are we going to do? Okay. Facilities, this is a facilities thing. Let's order, how much is a case of paper? $30? Okay,
Yeah,
let's
done.
order 10 boxes of paper. We'll put it in this closet. There we go. Okay. All right. Okay, boss.
Thank God you're there to take care of these problems.
That's a small problem that I did not expect how silly. And apparently this paper problem had been going on for almost a year.
Now, I grew up in Fitchburg. I grew up on Mount Vernon Street, and as a kid, we used to walk down to Main Street, and it was such a vibrant downtown back then. I'm a little older than you, so this definitely predates you.
Sure.
But going into Woolworths and hitting all the different, I loved Woolworths. We used to sit at the counter, and my dog would follow me down the street.
Army Navy, that was awesome.
So, all of the stores that were down there. It was a lot of fun, and the old-fashioned bargain days, and it was a great time. My parents met in front of espressos.
Ooh.
I know. So I'm like a pizza baby, But I'm seeing, after what it felt like were some dark days for downtown Fitchburg, that there's some revitalization, and I'm excited to see all these new businesses. And I have to say that for you, you've got a strong online social media presence.
Promote all the things.
So you do, and you had promoted Mamajuana's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So my husband and I
New
went.
patio on Main Street.
Oh
that you
my
can sit
gosh.
on. I love it.
So
great.
good. We went there because of your post. We went there, I don't know, a week or so ago for dinner. Everyone was so friendly. The food was amazing.
The service is amazing.
And yes, and we made some new friends, and it was great. It was such a good time, and there's so many places. I mean, I mentioned one. We love going to Dario's. You know, there's some shops that are opening up as well. But what do you see for the future for downtown Fitchburg?
Well, so we've done a number of studies over the years, right? And a big push for downtowns, right? It used to be a lot of office space, and that kind of thing. But that's no longer the driving force when it comes to commercial property and development, right? Housing is the big thing. There's a lack of housing all across the state, as you can see from the housing prices and the apartment rental prices, condos, et cetera. Everything, according to everyone on Facebook, it's out of control, right? And I mean, they're not wrong.
No.
I mean, and a big contributor to that is the fact that we don't have enough supply, right? So lack of supply causes increased demand, causes higher prices. And so we have, what we're really trying to do is activate these upper floors of these existing buildings on Main Street. You activate those with people, heads in beds, then that creates feet on street, right? So
Nice.
Heads in bed, feet on street, and then those people on the street, those are the people that are going to walk to the train station, go get a coffee, go to Rise and Grind, have a smoothie, sit on Main Street, go to Dario's, have some food, go to Mamajuana's, go to Tacos Tequila, go visit the shops, go check out things that are happening. If there's the block party, they're going to go check it out. So, when we activate these housing opportunities, especially when it comes to these vacant properties, we're increasing the opportunity for those commercial businesses, and really that's kind of like a snowball effect.
I like it.
The more restaurants that you have in an area, the more people that come.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And then they have things to do. They go to me and my friends are going to the Curious Escape Rooms. We're going to go do a thing, but that doesn't start till 7:30. So let's go to Dario's. We'll go get dinner, and then they get the escape room. Let's go try a drink at Tacos Tequila.
Do they still have the farmers market and stuff down there?
The farmers market used to be on Thursdays and every week. Now I think it's either the second or third Saturday a month. 10 to 12.
And what's that called down there? It's a river.
Fitchburg Farmers Market is at the Upper Common.
Oh, Upper Common.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's at the Upper Common, the one Saturday a month.
And what happened to that area where, like that park area? That's
Riverfront Park?
Yes, the riverfront thing.
Yeah, so Riverfront Park, that is the kind of a success story when it comes to brownfield remediation. We just, in the city of Fitchburg, we just hosted a U.S. EPA, DEP, Mass DEP brownfield roundtable this morning at our legislative building, talking about, the technical assistance and grant opportunities for fixing up these old contaminated sites.
Yeah.
Which Fitchburg's a gateway city, so we're an old industrial city. So we have a lot of those old ways of doing things that we got to clean up today.
Right.
And that Riverfront Park was like a highlight of that. It was an old rubber factory that closed down, then burned down. So tire contaminants, fire, all kinds of junk.
Yeah.
And so we got a big technical assistant grant and remediation grant, turned that into a park. And now that park is kind of a catalyst for the area for events and community spaces, including their National Rivers Brewers Festival.
That's right.
Yeah.
I've been to
Every
that.
year.
That's right.
That's this weekend.
Yeah,
right?
Saturday.
So, well, by the time this airs, it'll be past. But be ready for next year.
That's every year. Every year. Jack, put it on the
Yes,
calendar.
I've been to that. That's a good time, and it's a ton of people.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
It brings a ton of people.
Huge, and it's awesome. And people walk around, and you get to go to the park, and then the people are like, "Oh, let's go. I'm hungry. Let's go get food over here."
Right.
Or they'll stay at local hotels, or they go visit things. They go do shopping, and the local vendors use local vendors for other things. So having all the more activity that you have, it really adds to this vibrancy of our community, and it really is a draw for investors, for commercial businesses, for everything. It all works together.
Yeah. So I like that downtown area, like creating rentals or space, because I know above Dario's they didn't they sell those condos? Because they were condos.
I think they're
believe.
apartments.
They're apartments?
There's
okay.
three.
Yes, there's three.
Really nice apartments.
Huge,
Yeah.
beautiful. I've been in them. So that is wonderful to hear. That's rental on the top part, and then I know that there's some great restaurants and stuff. What are the unique other businesses that are asking to come in? Is there any like that you have denied?
Can you tell?
I mean,
So it's not, so,
So let me use for an example. Because I know every single town has more dispensaries than you can possibly imagine. Not that I think there's anything wrong with it, but I'm saying, is there something that they're not looking for? Or are they going to have? Or they're looking to get more of? I mean, you mentioned restaurants. You love having, restaurants down there. But is there some things that people are trying to come in that, you could sneak and tell us?
I mean, well, my general business philosophy is, whatever the market demands.
Yeah.
I don't want government to serve as a block for businesses that think they can be successful here. You know what I mean? Like that's, I've heard some things in the past like, oh, another used car dealership, but that's not our community. Like, well, maybe it is. If
they keep asking.
if a dealer wants to come in and they think they can make money selling used cars, good for them.
Right.
Any kind of business, I'm open to most things. There's very little things that I would say, nope, not here. But having said that, there's the Rage Room. Have you heard of the Rage Room?
Yes. You go in and smash. You smash the stuff.
You go smash things.
I haven't done it yet, but I heard about it.
You
haven't?
I did buy a gift
Well,
certificate.
where is this?
so-
I want in.
My
So
gosh,
right-
you haven't seen it?
No.
Oh my goodness.
Right now, it's on John Fitch Highway near Bine Carroll's Dairy Bar.
Yes.
Okay.
But they are planning, or they have been planning, to move to Main Street.
Oh, geez.
In a space with multiple little rage rooms. I've seen the plan. It looks really cool. But so that's a potential. We have an HVAC school that has applied to the zoning board of Board of
that's
Appeals
great.
to
We need
open
more-
in the downtown. So to teach
Need more of that.
to teach people how to be HVAC technicians, because there's not enough knowledgeable tradespersons.
Right, the trades are hurting for sure.
Especially when it comes to HVAC, everyone's switching from natural gas and oil to electrification, right? So we're decarbonizing is really the big push nationally and in Massachusetts, and utilizing solar and other electrical to offset really electrical heat pump, that kind of technology, especially as it gets more efficient. Right, so we're getting a lot of need for HVAC technicians, particularly that know how to do this kind of, electrical heat pump kind of installation. So that school is planning to open in the downtown.
That's neat.
And we've got these tie agreements, right? They're called tax increment exemption, and it's a deal that you make with the city. That let's say that right now this vacant property that has 10 units of potential apartments, but it's just vacant.
Yeah.
Let's say that's right now they pay $3,000 a year in taxes.
Okay.
Right, and let's say if they put in $10 million, renovate these apartments and commercial spaces, or $3 million, I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
Theoretically, and so that the new value of that building, instead of being $500,000, is going to be $2 million.
Yes.
Right. So the potential tax, the addition, let's say it goes from $3,000 to $7,000. So the tax increment exemption would say for a period of time, usually like 5 years, we would say for the first two years, 100% of that additional tax. We won't pay that, right? You don't pay that to the city, so
That
you can
is
save
great.
that money. And then year 3, it's 75%. Year 4 and 5, it's 50%.
Yeah.
And then after that, the city collects the full $7,000,
Right.
or whatever the increasing value.
Right.
So that deal, the state has an HDIP program, right? So that they give money to these developers in gateway communities to develop their downtowns into housing and commercial development. And the deal is the city, the only way you can get that application is if you do this tax increment exemption. So we've done a number of those. In fact, we have a potential for between 250 to 425 units in the downtown area.
This is great.
Of just investors and developers that
What?
are looking to develop things. Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of housing opportunities for Fitchburg. This is great. And we have such a shortage of housing. And talk about thinking outside the box. That is great.
Well, not like what I liked about what you brought up was it's not that we don't have the lack of the buildings, it's the lack of the development of the buildings because they're just standing there vacant. Or like you said, offices are gone, people are gone, they're working remote. And what do you do with that? Because I know in the commercial end of real estate, it is really challenging now for people because they don't need and the leases that are coming up due because after the pandemic, they're all coming up due. And so people are going to come out. So what's going to happen with that space? And that space is going to be needed.
We're talking commercial commercial and residential?
Yeah, both.
Yeah, and the problem with Fitchburg's downtown is, right, we are old.
Yes.
We are old, old architecture. It wasn't designed for handicap accessibility.
No.
Right? It wasn't designed for elevators and, sprinkler systems and fire alarm, all the life safety codes that we have today that, we need to comply with according to the code, to bring these buildings, if we're going to renovate this building, you need to bring it up to code. And, that takes, sometimes it's very challenging.
I looked at that
downtowns.
Dario's being done because I knew the person that owned the building, and I watched that renovate, and that was amazing. Let me ask you a funny question. Do you like the downtown having two-way
main?
I freak out every time. Please don't let there be a cop because I don't know where I'm going. I'm so used to doing the route that I do, right? The one, and I'm looking at please don't fade those arrows. I need the arrows to tell me where to go. Do you like that? Do you think that is better?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I like it.
All right.
The two, when it was first proposed, I said, we've got other priorities.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think this is the top priority. I did not think that that's the direction we should go. But that is the direction that we went. And when it was changed over, I was like, guys, we need to put signs and cones in the middle. I am afraid of head-on collisions.
It was scary.
And really, there haven't been any accidents. There's always general accidents on the street.
Right,
and, but
that's because I wasn't going down there at night.
But I found myself going into a little autopilot when it was first started.
Yeah.
But now everyone has really adjusted to it very, very well, and it makes everything downtown more accessible.
Yeah.
Better for business.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's a few little areas that I think intersections that it could be improved, but that's a work in progress.
Yeah.
But
There'll be a rotary before you know it,
roundabouts are just the best and safest. And you hit a street light that's going to cost us $40,000, $50,000, not to mention the operation of the street light, the replacement of it, and street lights in general. They accidents, but with a roundabout, if you do get an accident, it's a slide swipe accident, low hazard, low injury, but with red lights, at a T intersection, if you miss that red light, very dangerous situations. I'm a huge 100%. Roundabout.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yep.
I like it.
Fitchburg State University. Now that is a huge part of,
or
really,
is it?
I guess true.
It is.
Is it? It's an income producer for the city for sure. Anything new happening there or?
Oh yeah. So Fitchburg State University, for a long time was our largest employer other than the city itself.
Right.
And now, right now it's Great Wolf Lodge is our number one employer. The second is Fitchburg State University. I believe the third is Market Basket.
Okay.
But Fitchburg State University. But if you look at the number of jobs is Great Wolf Lodge. But when it comes to very high paying professional jobs, I mean Fitchburg State University takes the cake.
Right.
And Fitchburg State University just elected or appointed its newest president, the first female president of Fitchburg State University.
Yay.
Her name's Donna Suter Hodges. I'm actually meeting with her with the area mayors tomorrow morning.
Nice.
She just left a meeting with our chief of police going over, kind of what we do, what they do, what we want to see,
That's
how
awesome.
we want to all work together. So, it's going to be the new push, what we're going to be talking about is the new town and gown. The new female mayor, the new female president, and what we're doing for the city of Fitchburg and how we're going to transform it for both the community and the students.
That's
and really
awesome.
integrate, the university into the city and make everything just, so much more vibrant for both, because we both survive, when you work together, you're going to be stronger.
Yeah.
Fitchburg State University without Fitchburg would be nothing. And Fitchburg without Fitchburg State University would be very difficult and challenging situations.
I love these things.
They bought a lot of buildings downtown too. I mean, they utilizing all of those, or
So they have the Fitchburg Theater.
Theater, yeah.
Right, the old Fitchburg
Yeah.
Theater. I bet you guys remember that.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And so they renovated the top floor into the game design lab. There's also an idea lab, like innovation center. They have, some flex space, some community space, and then on the ground floor they have Popper's Pantry.
Yep.
And a few other spaces. There's a like a museum gallery space that is utilized by Fitchburg State professors and students. And then there's another couple other spaces to be renovated and to be rented out. Popper's Pantry, if you haven't been there,
So good. So good. Dawn
and
is
they're
great.
BYOB.
Yeah.
No, she's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they have that whole space, but then in the back is the historic theater. And so what they plan, the current plan is to renovate the historic theater in a few phase approach, starting with a black box interior fit out, right? Have you heard of a black box
No.
theater?
No.
So it's a very flexible space theater. It can be a theater in the round. It can be a theater like where you sit with chairs and you look forward in one direction. It can be, I don't know, two direction things.
Wow.
Not exactly sure, but but there's a whole lot of flexibility when it comes to a black box arrangement. So they're creating this black box theater within the structure of the existing historic theater. And then phase, 2, 3, wherever the last phase is going to be renovating the actual historic theater portions. Because they get historic tax credits, they got ARPA funding, they got state funding, they got a whole boatload of different funding sources that they need to utilize.
I love it.
This will make the theater program just so much more attractive as well.
Yeah.
Do you ever rest?
I know.
I sleep at night, yes.
You probably sleep very well
How
after
much do
going,
you
going,
sleep?
going.
I say less.
Yeah.
It's less.
Do you find that you have less time for yourself than you did as a counselor?
Well,
It's different?
When I was a counselor, I worked full time, and then I did a lot of the things that I do now as mayor. As a counselor, I would attend all the community events, that
Right.
I could. I would do all the things,
True.
And help constituents. And so now I do full-time mayor and basically after, mornings and nights and weekends.
Yeah.
So I would say that, generally I don't have much of a life other than, doing city stuff. That's my general.
It's like being a realtor. It's like being a realtor.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're in the same world. What was your dream when you were young? Like, what did you think that you were going to do when you grew up?
Geez, I don't know. I always really liked animals.
Oh.
If you looked in my yearbook, it would say, own a pet store. But that was in high school,
That's funny.
Now you do own a
crazy.
store, right? Don't you have a business?
I do.
yeah.
Yeah. My husband and I, we operate a wood shop where we do mostly personalized gifts. Custom wood personalized gift that we ship all around the world.
Where?
Oh, wow.
Yep. So our wood shop is located near historic Cracker Field.
Yes.
Right near the DPW.
Oh.
And but we don't sell. We don't have a retail store in person. Just do everything online.
Yep. That's
So
cool.
like Etsy, you on Etsy or
Etsy's
something?
big, yeah. We started on Etsy in 2012, and pretty quickly we were one of the top woodworking shops because everybody wanted everything personalized.
Yeah.
Nowadays, nowadays we're less the top because now
Yeah.
everybody can
Yeah.
do that kind of thing. But we have a website as well. And
Nice.
So we get a lot of business between Etsy and the website.
Yeah.
Then all the business between Etsy and the website. That's where it all comes from.
That's all.
Yeah. Now you also have a daughter, right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
she's
did my
14 going on 30.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh, that's a fun age.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
she's-
saying that with sarcasm. Yeah. I remember, I think I was my daughter was 11 or 12, and I was actually pregnant with my youngest. So we were so hormonal, the two of us, It was not a household anybody wanted to be in. But then by the time she got into high school, then you kind of like, all right, come on back over.
We're
You can
buddy-buddy
be my
again in
friend
high school?
again.
'Cause
Yeah.
I was told until she's like 18, then she's not going to be a friend.
Well, it might have been it might have been the senior year.
Did she like you being the mayor?
Oh, yeah, she loves it.
Well, you know how it could go
yeah.
either way. It could be like, you're so embarrassing, or it could be like, yeah, my mom's the coolest, right?
Well, I've really beat her down to not care what anyone thinks.
Yeah, I get it.
So I've really beat her down over the years. So she is tough.
Thick skin.
Yeah, oh yeah, she's
Yeah.
got thick skin. And, I got to give her 8th grade graduation speech for her graduating class for
That's
Longstraw,
awesome.
and I got to embarrass her. Oh,
It was the best.
awesome. It was the highlight of my year.
The best speech you
liked
gave.
it.
Yeah.
She loved it.
Of course, that's awesome. Yeah, that's a great. You're a great role model for her. I mean,
I
without
was just
a doubt.
thinking, balancing all of. I love your energy.
Yeah.
I'm almost exhausted right now.
Oh no, I'm right with her. I'm like, when can we go? Let's go, Sam. Where are we going next? I'm like, woo! She's like,
Go.
But I mean, what did you say? The gowns and towns.
Newtown and gown.
Newtown and
Right?
gown. We got. Heads and beds and feet and street, and I got all these little things I got to
I love
try to
it.
remember now, and they're
love
just
it.
coming right out of you. And I just think it's so great to put this spin on things, and I'm excited for Fitchburg.
We got sparks.
Yeah,
right? We have
yeah.
all the foundations of success here in Fitchburg. We have like everything that you want within a community. We have it all.
Yeah.
An airport, 2
Yeah.
train stations, a number of amazing parks. I mean, I'm looking at a picture of Cogsall Park right here, which is an absolute gem.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone who comes anywhere, they
Yeah.
come to Cogsall Park, they're like, and you come to Cogsall Park, you're within, after 2-minute drive from the urban downtown, and you were in beautiful Cogsall Park, or 5-minute walk north, and you are within, dozens of miles of recreational
Right.
trails in bird sanctuary,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you're, walking paths where you don't even see other people. It's just
Right.
beautiful nature. You have everything here, in the city of Fitchburg, from urban to suburban to really everything you need.
Rural. I mean, you got Hollis Hills. You've got
You've got a working farm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You could go bring
absolutely.
your children and your dog and go pet the animals, have a barbecue sandwich
Exactly.
and a beer,
Yeah.
and
Pick apples
and
later.
Pick some apples. It's true.
and
Yeah.
do sunflowers and
And then
everything.
listen to a band play.
I know.
Outdoor music is the greatest. I noticed through the years in real estate, people would leave, right? I want to sell, I'm going to get out, and people come back all the time.
You can't leave.
And they come back. And when kids
they
grow up,
always come back.
they do. They
It's
come
true.
back, and I think it's affordable still. I think it's helpful, but I also think the new construction, because Sherri does new construction, we know she's the queen. The buyers see the value in it, and they like the fact that there's. The concept sometimes in Fitchburg is, roads. There's a lot of multis and stuff like that. But when they see all the little areas that there are some great communities and neighborhoods, they forget. They're like, oh, you don't feel like you're in the city, right? So I think that's been really, really helpful to show buyers when they come in or explain the area better. But that's one of the things that I focus on when I talk about Fitchburg is lifestyle, and lifestyle is really important for like recreation. There's tons of stuff when you start talking about it.
I tried to put together a speech that was 3 minutes on, everything that Fitchburg has to offer for new people coming in. And I was at like 6.5 minutes. Like, how am I going to cut this down?
Yeah.
Because
There's
we got
so
way too many things.
much.
And
All right. Well, what's your top 3? Your top 3 reasons why a buyer should buy a home in Fitchburg.
Well,
I know you've got 100.
3, Well, I'd say that, we have everything for every type, right, of person, right? You're a young family and you want to come to Fitchburg. We have every educational opportunity that exists right here in this city alone, from public schools to private Catholic school to a private independent school. And then you talk about, we have a private Catholic high school. We have a boarding school. We have the charter school.
Yep.
We have a vocational technical school.
Yep.
We have, the high school that also has vocational technical options. We have a university. We have really everything when it comes to education. So if you want to come into this community, with children, you have that, growth and that educational opportunity. Then not to mention, you can take the train line right to Boston and have all that access to everything that you need as well. And then, for if you are a person who is, done with having a big home, your children moved out, you can come, you can live in, especially when we start developing in these downtown areas, you can rent an apartment for a lot less than it costs, time and maintenance to maintain your home. and you can be within walking distance up the train. You can walk to shops. You can walk to restaurants. You know, you can be within that urban environment, and then you know you can have take your car out to walk to recreational trails, or take your car out anywhere you need to be, because we're in north central Massachusetts, so we are within a short drive from everything you want to do in New England.
Right. Nice.
That for you?
Yeah, that's a great
That
pitch.
was good. That was
pitch.
good. I know. I was thinking about all those schools. I mean, I think you forget, and Fitchburg High School is absolutely gorgeous. That location, well, I'm partial to it because Arnhow Dairy Farm was my family, so back in the day. But it's so beautiful there, and I remember taking a tour of the high school when it was first built, and I mean, just state of the art. Just absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of amenities. It's like 200,000 square feet as well.
Yeah,
and Fitchburg, we had the gold trophy winner for the there's it's called eSports. Right? Where it's I don't know how they play the video games. It's esports. We were the champions last year, and we're also the Fitchburg female. We're the female flag football champions.
No,
at Gillette Stadium. We have a lot of athletic opportunity, including Crocker Field, historic Crocker Field, which was designed by Olmsted, who designed Central Park.
Yeah.
Babe Ruth visited when it was first built in 1917-ish.
Yeah.
And thought that this was a major league stadium, how beautiful it was.
No.
And we're getting a $3 million renovation of that, which includes all new turf, like 32 NFL teams all switched over from grass to turf.
Yeah.
It is the new standard for sporting events, and now with the turf, we'll be able to have not just 8 male football games a year. We'll be able to open it up to every single, female, male, co-ed sports, opportunity at that field, including a brand new track. I'm not sure exactly how long that track is. Probably like half a mile.
You think it's only half?
3/4 of a mile? I'm not sure.
Oh, no, it's like a quarter.
Walking track, is that quarter?
I think it's a quarter.
Quarter mile?
You do 4 of them and you get a mile.
Okay, that sounds right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. That's amazing.
It is.
It's pretty exciting to think, hear and know and be excited that someone is in the seat to keep moving it.
Yes.
You plan on staying?
We got to both. I tell people I can muscle or I can schmooze. Okay? We can talk about our assets, or we can talk about the things that need to be done to get things moving.
Nice.
So
Nice. All
try
right.
to promote all the assets. everywhere I go in the state, I try to promote everything we do. And everywhere I go, I'm like, Mayor Fitchburg, I follow you on Facebook. You're doing awesome things. Wow, what you doing over here with that thing? Wow, that's so awesome. So people see it all around the state, and investors are watching the things that we're doing, and they're saying, Fitchburg, we got to check out some opportunities that they got there.
That's really good for you. That's really good for us.
Yeah.
But it's really, really good that you are being able to push and get things and being seen for that, because you could just be sitting there and doing the paper. Getting the paper done. We got the reams of paper. Is everybody happy?
Yeah, well, it's little problems to big long problems. We got to get it all.
Remember, it all starts with a piece of paper. So
yeah, it does.
Thanks for solving that problem.
Yeah.
It's like little problems like patching the potholes, right?
Yep.
And repaving the road, right?
Yep.
Complete rehabilitation to just simply patching the potholes. You can't just focus on one. We have to do all of them, and we have to do all of them together.
Yeah. Well, I am absolutely blown away right now. I love what you've just shared with us today. I'm excited for the city of Fitchburg. I think that you are a very positive addition to the city, and just the fact that you took the time today, even after a rough morning, to come in, and much appreciated. So much appreciated. Truly an honor.
Yeah.
Thank
you, Sam, for coming.
Thank you for inviting me.
This
Any
was
opportunity I have to promote Fitchburg's assets, I'm in.
That's awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, great. Well, thanks for tuning in. If you're looking for Lana or I, you can find us at Coldwell Banker in Leominster, and certainly we all know where to find the mayor.
Yes.
So
Yes.
thank you again, Sam.
Thank you.